The whole word. Beautiful. Sure. Yes. Yes. Oh, hang on. Okay, and yes. Good morning, and welcome to the Ktng Morning Show. Let us begin our day here with our morning prayer, shall we? Okay. The hands like so. Not like this, but like this is where you can receive it. And we want to thank God for our first breath in the morning, for our rising, for Him placing the opportunities in front of us so therefore we may succeed with those that He presents to us only. To help those who cannot help themselves, to be compassionate towards our enemies, even if they do deserve it. But most importantly, to become better human beings as we strive to be so each and every day. Jesus Christ, we pray to His teams. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. You guys think I'm bald here or something? What's going on here? Something I'm missing? No, I got all this in a pony today, so it is what it is, people. You know, knocking all the dust off of it. There we go. There we go. Much better. Okay. Means that I can breathe. Yes. So long to the shirt and tie revolution. It's not happening. Anyway, want to welcome you guys. Good morning. And most importantly, how we gonna get down with 600 terrorists? Okay, well, basically this is the KTNG live morning show. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube, so it's a simulcast, so people can actually see what's going on here. Okay, see? I do my hands like this. It's kind of funny. Anyway, that's what I got. Anyway, there's been some changes in the news. Of course, you guys know, but I'm going to go through some of the more pickier parts. It is 21 degrees here in Colorado Springs. Nice and sunny. It should warm up into a nice rousing 56, so if we'll have spring-like weather here. If you're not running outside, but naked in the summer, you can also do so in the winter. Hopefully we've gotten past the, Groundhog thing. Anyway, let's see. Not much is happening other than the usual vestiges of our criminal exploitations as being the American militant on your digital dial. So anyway, this is the KTJ Morning Show. It's Thumping Thursday. Foliated Thursday, as I would call it. And most importantly, this is the KTNG Morning Show. Hold on. See, people on Facebook see this. Oh. Okay, you guys over here. Yes. Talk to the hand. Talk to the freaking hand. Welcome and good morning. This is the KTNG Morning Show, and I am your host and impresario. The obligated plan of attack here, the G to the R to the I to the T to the Z, ZST, from the top of the mountain to underneath the 20-foot freeway. The best of both coasts and the best in the Midwest. Don't catch a dirt nap with a hole in your neck. That's right. That freak on the peak, all color vision on Facebook and YouTube. We start you off for the week, so coffee up for the attack and laugh, cause this is the Ktng morning show on track. Morning, break your fast, cause the evolution of revolution is everyone's solution. So let's get it on and blast that thing straight through the ass. Okay, well, I want to thank you guys for listening and coming by. We have these things live streamed here for you. For the simple reason because it is a necessity. It is. True. It truly is a necessity. Anyway, I love what I do. But the most important thing is that we have now stepped into the Ides of March. Winds of change. The end of African mental liberation from diasporic mystery and Black History Month is now officially over. So stop going out and adopting black cats and naming them Wakanda. Come on, people. You have no idea of how much, how much consumerism is in this world today to make you go out and do something completely, inaccurate. But I'm not one to stop your party. I'm just one to sit back and watch you, screw it up if you're going to do it that way. But anyway, this is the Ktng Morning Show. And always, we like to start our day here with a rousing good morning to everybody that's been, hanging out with us for 496,000 of you. Appreciate it. Yes, appreciate it. Keep it happening. Support, like, and smash, and subscribe to the station on a day-to-day basis. Helps us push our numbers up, as they say. Oh, man. Anyway, let's start the show with, what the heck happened to my ass yesterday. So, primarily, I had a few appointments to deal with. One was kind of like, I needed a car. Oh, out here you do need a car. You need a car. Let's see. Went to the second appointment, passed that, and then went to the third. All in one day. Got that third appointment done. That seems a little bit more promising than anything else. So hopefully, before the end of this week is up, they'll be giving me a call or whatever. Let me know what's happening. In the meantime, I got a new access for working with, not only at-risk, but also mentally developed kids as well. So I'll probably be venturing the apprenticeship program through there, because these are kids who basically don't have no voice at all. So I am going to see if I can scoop myself into to be a volunteer and to implement the, the success of the radio reading service, as well as the the apprenticeship program. So that way I can show these kids what I do and how I can help. But that's what I'm going to be doing, and it's going to be a good thing. So yeah, working with kids with developmental issues or problems of that nature. If we can nip it in the bud ahead of time, then we won't have to worry about the 600 places where throughout the United States that have been listed, that have been targeted within the last 2 weeks of the Florida shooting. Okay, 2 weeks, 600 kids out there, 600 misaligned adults are basically crying for attention. They should be calling the suicide prevention line as far as I'm concerned. But it's like, going to that particular extreme sounds a little bit too, invasive, because it sounds like you're weak. Makes you weak. I mean, you can call any of those numbers, they'll put you on hold. Suicide prevention, 911, and anything else that has to do with emergency services, for that matter. Anyway, let's see. DJ Sucker Punch is out there chasing Rocky right about now, so of course there's plenty of squirrel duty all over the ground. Yeah, like little pebbles, little booger pebbles like that. Okay. Yes, I look. I'm curious. Isn't that what all human beings should be? Curious? Insatiable human curiosity. That is our downfall to emotional stability on this planet. But then again, we don't know what that means. Speaking of emotional instability, Cheeseburger's at it again, people. He lost a few people. He's been losing people ever since his administration started. So he is now your Nero, your proverbial Nero. Okay, with the fiddle in his hand, finger on the button. Okay, even despite the fact that Russia does have a missile defense system that can basically avoid missiles Okay? Does anybody think about that stuff? Like, you know, why are we still having a vested interest with Russia when they're providing a Cold War effort? First it was the hacking, now it's, you know, defense missiles that can avoid radar detection and being struck by anti-aircraft missiles. Okay? What part of dumbass does your boy Cheeseburger does not understand? Well, for those answers and many more, let's check out some of the stories we got here. First of all, before we go into the cheeseburger thing here, I want to make a typographical correction here. Cheeseburger is spelled with a S, not a Z. Okay? Because he doesn't even rate a Z. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's see what we got. This day, his story, or his manipulation of facts. 1781 Articles of Confederation is ratified, so you know that's happened on this day. Let's see, 1815 Napoleon leads Elba, whatever. Let's see, 1910 USA's deadly Wilmington avalanche kills 96. Let's see, Limburg baby is kidnapped in 32. Stalin suffers a stroke and collapses in 53. JFK signs Peace Corps bill to the White House, and this means people can go out and do that, do the Peace Corps thing around the world. Mickey Mantle announces his retirement in 69. Let's see, and James Cameron becomes a billionaire due to Titanic's opening. And let's see, Supreme Court outlaws death penalty for juveniles, especially for killers under the age of 18, thus overruling the law, 1988 law of execution for those 15 years and under. So there's a possibility that all 600 of those kids who are screaming attention and calling them fake bomb threats and so forth, and you know, out to do terrorist activities under the guise of you know, I need attention. Nobody's paying attention to me. My peers are picking on me. I'm going to high school. It's horrible. Yep, it is horrible. 2008, Prince Harry returns to Britain from Afghanistan. Prince Harry is the guy. If he ever becomes king and so forth, it's going to be a party. Okay, it's a party. But that's his story for the whole damn thing. Notice that my boys Scott Woods on Facebook is basically calling out rent to own, and come to find out that as many people would like to say, you know, RAC, or you know, or what, rent to own, any kind of rent to own place and so forth, especially for furniture, those are refurbs. Okay, they take stickers off of them, they refurbish them, and put them back out there. And in many cases, they don't have a service warranty, but you pay for the warranty within the price of, like, say, the insurance for it. So in case they have to repair it anytime soon, it's going to cost you 4 to 5 times more to repair it. And in the end run, a $300 TV is going to wind up, or for anything over $300 is going to wind up costing you 15 grand and service charges to the amount of extended credit that they give you. Okay, so yeah. $10 a month, $30 a month, yeah, add those finance charges to see what you get. Same thing with anything, man. If you got free, go out and buy refurbs, and I know, okay, we as a people, we tend to be a little bit cheap. Okay, no, not cheap, but hella cheap. Okay, now human beings, we're having a innate, I don't get it. How can you get quality out of something very cheap? Okay. Unfortunately, mostly everybody basically just goes in that route. Yes, good morning, Shaquana. Good morning, Lord Mir. So, you know, if you expect to, like, you know, become a materialistic jackass and, you know, do everything out of vanity and so forth, of course you can have as many things as you want, but what's wrong with the fact that you gotta have, you know, you try to make something cheap last past 4 days? I mean, I can't even buy a Snickers bar out of the 99-cent store without it going to crap within 5 minutes after I get outside the store. Okay, so that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, something I'm talking about, a story that's not making sense right about now is what I said earlier during Cheeseburger's administration, that your token Not, not Omarosa. Omarosa, she's, okay, she's the last bit of thing on Black history that has been a failure since the minute she got on TV. Okay, straight up. She's, it's like, oh, no, she's a strong Black woman. No, she's a strong jackass. Anytime you get fired from a reality show, you get fired from a White House post, and now you get fired. Okay, now you get fired just because you're a complete jackass. Okay, all right, straight jackass. So your mode of credibility, your method of credibility, and one that wants to be in the spotlight a lot and thinks that your bitchery actually makes you a solid role model for young Black women the world over. Okay. Let me take a needle here and stick the balloon and call it illusion. Oh, yes, Felicia, your bubble has been busted. But it does not go without common reprimand that in many cases your doppelganger has done the same thing. So I equate these things. So, got me probing excessive spending on redecoration of Ben Carson's HUD office. Very embarrassing. From the Hill 13 hours ago, House Oversight Committee Chairman Trey Gowdy, Republican. Okay, so this is funny. For the last week and a half, Republicans have been acting like a pack of rats, turning on one another when there's no food. Yeah, ever seen that? Get up, get yourself a straight 3x2 box, or say like any kind of box that are like pretty tall that you can put rats in. Feed them and then take the food away and see what happens. Well, this is what the Republican Party looks like right as of now. So therefore, probe comes after reports surfaced on Tuesday that HUD staff member Helen Foster claimed she was replaced in her role because she refused to fund the redecoration of Carson's office. Okay, hold up. First of all, as a taxpayer, I'm paying, my money's being used to redecorate an office that doesn't even freaking work half the damn time for anybody. Okay? So, Gowdy requested in a letter to Carson that he turn over all communications related to Foster, as well as all documents and communications related to the redecoration of his office. The letter also requests all documents and communications related to the redecorating, furnishing, or equipping of the Secretary's office from January 1st of 1998 to December of 2016. Really? Carson has until March 14th to provide a material to the committee. In other words, a shopping list of everything that he's bought so far. He has reached out to the HUD comment, but HUD, of course, does not have any comment whatsoever, nor did they request congressional approval for the project. New York Times first reported on Tuesday that HUD spent $31,000 last year on a new dining room set, which included custom hardware tables, chairs, and a hutch. Officials reportedly bought these pieces after Foster filed a complaint that Carson's wife, Candy, pushed to redecorate the department's offices. Okay. All right. Okay. That was the first problem. That was your problem right there. Ben Carson, run your office. But if you got your wife coming up in there talking about, oh, this will never do, we need to change all of it. It's like, dude, she's not moving in. Okay? No, she's not moving in. She's making you move out. Okay? Because it looks, she wants a place where she feels comfortable, not where you feel comfortable. Understand, Ms. Carson? Ben, are we actually getting ready to take this sucker punch? There you go. So Foster said she was told to, quote-unquote, find money for the redecoration despite it exceeding budgetary limits. A HUD spokesman told the Times that Carson, quote-unquote, didn't know the table had been purchased and is not planning on returning it. Okay, so if you don't know the table's been purchased and you don't return it, then obviously somebody had to make an idea to go get the damn thing in the first place, I think. But then again, in general, the Secretary does want to be as fiscally prudent as possible with taxpayers' money. But when your wife has got a pen and a blank checkbook that has taxpayer written all over it, It makes me kind of wonder, what kind of leadership we got going on here that sees fit to spend taxpayers' money over and over and over without any repercussions. See, people, it is quite simple, and it's a natural and very versed universal law. For every action, there's an opposite reaction. Okay? So when dumbass and his wife goes out to spend money in the White House to pretty it up and so forth, we taxpayers are stuck holding the bag. Okay? You know why we're stuck holding the bag? Because we don't open our mouths and we don't say anything about it. We read about it, gloss over, and say, okay, that's bad. Oh, cool, that's bad. We just gloss over stuff. We don't stick to the points. We don't stick more or less to the issue and seeing if there's any justice in it whatsoever. In many cases, we wait for somebody else to do the damn job. And if that's the case, we're a bunch of lazy SOBs. For real. Oh, it's not going to affect me. Oh, somebody will do something. I've got too much shit to think about. I got too much shit to do. You got too much shit to do as far as ignoring your community. You got too much shit to do as far as ignoring the stasis of this country. And more importantly, you got too much shit to do to act like a human being. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're a loser. Straight out. Anyway, considering that Ben Carson and his wife were out there buying stuff, taxpayers' money, we now realize that there is a conclusive, how can I say conclusive? That's not even that. Let's just say it has been a gaping wound, okay, when it comes to our children in this country. Granted that in many cases they're not old enough to vote, but they're old enough to feel, think, and have an impact in this country for tomorrow. Not today, but tomorrow. And of all the heinous points of jackassery, Walmart strikes again. I'm pretty sure you guys hear this, but here's my take on it. I mean, here we are. From one of the Reuters 13 hours ago, Walmart raises minimum age, not minimum wage. Okay, Walmart raises minimum age for buying firearms. Now, the voters, the voters in this sense and so forth, who are still voting on a ban on assault weapons, but not a ban on all weapons. Okay? Doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter if you have, say, like an AR-15 or an M16 with a buttstock or butter biscuits, whatever the fuck you put on them damn things. Fact of the matter is this: you can get straight up. You don't need an assault rifle. You don't. You can get you basically a Mac 10. Okay. You can get an automatic feeder for, say, like a 9 or whatever. Don't need that. There are plenty of other weapons out there that people can actually get out there and have. And they don't need to go to Walmart to get them. No. You can get a gun off the streets from a Vato any damn. Any damn. As long as they don't has no skill, have no connection to what you good. If not, use the gun, guess what? They're gonna come back and use you. Target practice. Homers. Alright. So Walmart Incorporated said on Wednesday that it will be raising the minimum age at which customers could buy firearms and ammunition to 21 years. Now, Big Sports, Dickies, a lot of stuff that sell, and Kmart actually sell guns over the counter. Okay? It's like they have the loosest. I'm not sure if you guys saw Columbine by Big Mike and so forth, who basically did the documentary on Columbine about how easy it is to get guns and ammunition. So the U.S. retailer is also removing items from its website resembling assault-style rifles, including non-lethal airsoft guns and toys. It said in a statement. A massacre at a Florida high school 2 weeks ago has reopened a fierce debate over gun control in the United States. The easiest way, here's the solution. Here's the solution to gun control, okay? And I'm not sure if anybody actually paid attention to this, but Chris Rock said, just it costs you $5,000 per bullet. You pretty much end gun violence in this country, or people basically having autistic children through inoculations, or chemtrails or anything of those conspiracy theories do have a modicum of honesty with them, then you would have to say that there is an evolving culture within the strata of the human being. Think about it, people. As of recently, the last several generations that we've grown up through here, okay, the movie Dumb and Dumber just becoming a little bit more accurate than anything else. An idiocracy. If you ever watched that film, trust me, it is a very frightening film, despite it is a comedy. It just simply proves that our de-evolution, our intellectual de-evolution is at a all-time risk. More so than saying being put in prison, more so than saying being shot in a firing squad, more so than being left by your own comrades in some strange ass jungle and nobody will be able to find your body for the next 10 years. That's what. Yeah, go Army. Anyway, yeah, we never leave anybody behind. Chill. Yeah, right. Okay, but I know one thing. It is a kind of a weird scenario that even in these days and ages, come on here. This always happens right when I get to another part of this station goes boo boo. Oh my God. Oh well, this is what happens. Anyway, we're close to the halfway point here. A good 4 minutes in and so forth. Still waiting for this stupid thing to actually work. Come on, crap bowler. Come on here. This always happens. I gotta go through here and shuffle this damn thing, if not clean it through and so forth. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful that the computer is on a permanent loan, a permanent donation from, say, the Latino Chamber of Commerce at Compton. I give props to Maria for that one and everything. She's my little sister, so y'all in Compton better behave, or the little queen will call me and I will be here. And I would do something very bad. Very bad. If I haven't done already. I mean, Isaac Galvan, your reputation is shit with me. And anytime if I ever decide to come back to Compton and so forth, I'm gonna punch you dead in your face. Straight up. Just because I can. Okay? Just because I can. There's nothing you can do about it except the fact that you is a punk candidate. Anyway, let me get back on track here. Anyway, this is KTNG, 8:60 a.m. in the morning. The KTNG Morning Show with your host, the Grits Man. So we got soul, baby, and a good sucker punch, and a right flash. Flash. He saved every one of you. Oh yeah, crazy. Anyway, what's a good thing? Let's see. Ooh, let me put you guys up here on YouTube, so follow me. Okay. Wrong one. There we go. All right, there you go. On YouTube, you can actually see where you can subscribe, like, and or follow us through this amazing 2018 year. This country is hurting. This nation is hurting. And if hip-hop is all that and everything, don't you think you guys are going to be doing something to pull us up out of this crap? Or do you really sit up in our own morass and be a bunch of bitches and so forth because we don't know how to think beyond the mark? Wow. Talk about suspect and a half here. All right? But that's your condition of the generation you have. Generation Here today, they ain't even trying to come back no way. Okay, straight up, man. It almost makes me laugh. To no end. To see the demise, to see the demise of our culture at the hands of our own ignorance and arrogance behind it as well. So that makes us look like what? What does it make us look like? It doesn't make us look like we're a bunch of competent people. No, it does not. Not at all. If you want confidence, if you want, competency, then do something that is basically say we can advance, we can make a dent in something and make that dent into a bigger whole, one or the other. But if we don't work together, we don't plan. If we don't plan together, we don't work together. Okay. And if we don't work together in that sense that is necessary for the capitulation of the culture to become A1 as it was once before, then guess what? And guess what? We'll basically keep sinking. And whenever somebody else tries to get ahead and so forth, we try to blame, find every excuse in the world, not to say why this person doesn't deserve it. So if in any case, let's stop the crab in a barrel syndrome. That way we can actually move ahead. Ecuadorian, all of my Central American, my Mexican friends, from Igala all the way through to Tijuana. Pay attention, okay? San Ana, California. AP Press about 12 hours ago. Vietnamese immigrants have filed a lawsuit alleging U.S. authorities are rounding them up and holding them in detention facilities for deportation, even though the Vietnamese government has not agreed to take them back. Okay, the Vietnamese government says, no, y'all keep them. They want to defect, they go. They can't come back. Okay. Is that one of those possible communist rule things? Not sure. I mean, let's think about the collusion of communism. Every time I think of collusion and communism, I think of cheeseburger. CCC, KKK. Wow. And they both add on odd numbers too. Anyway, the attorneys for the detained immigrants believe the cheeseburger administration has started arresting deportees who came to the country before that date, Russia, Vietnam, to broaden their reparation agreement. Well, they are just using this as an excuse to round up people indiscriminately in the hope that they can convince Vietnam to take them back, says LaBonnie Holt, litigation director for Asian American Justice in Los Angeles. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, has been how they do. So where do thousands of Vietnamese people go if their own country doesn't want them back? I mean, Mexico definitely don't want their people back. They try too fast to get rid of them. Okay, straight up. So about 1.3 million Vietnamese immigrants live in the United States, according to the United States Census Bureau. It wasn't immediately known how many arrived in the country before 1995, but many Vietnamese immigrants came as refugees after Saigon fell to the communist forces in 1975. As many as 10,000 Vietnamese have deportation orders, in many cases because they lost their green cards after criminal convictions, plaintiffs and lawyers say. In the past, authorities would typically release the immigrants if they have arrived in the United States before 1995 because of the Supreme Court ruling that generally bars authorities from detaining immigrants after a reasonable period of time if there's no chance of deporting them, which is a grandfather clause. So if any people you'll find very, very, very offensive. It is because it just says that there's certain things that we take for granted, and one of the things that we do take for granted is the fact that we owe China well over $800 trillion in debt. Okay, and they're buying all that crap up in bonds, U.S. bonds, and when those bonds come to bear, guess what? We gotta pay. So expect higher taxes. There you go. Anyway, 6 hours ago from the New York Times. It is a very sad day in remembering my childhood right now. It really is. Because I feel that somehow the world does need love. Love, sweet love. And what more loving character or image or effort love that we can ever consider? Possibly, one of the greatest innovations known to mankind. The invention of Winnie the Pooh. But China's censors banned Winnie the Pooh and the letter N after Xi's power grab. So, needless to say, Xi is doing it again. And they banned the letter N. So what do they call each other over there? My eagles. Ktng. Anxious to suppress criticism and maintain an appearance of mass Communist Party censors have scoured the internet on social media for content deemed subversive. And needless to say, the sanitizing has included many images of Winnie the Pooh. Mrs. Z is sometimes likened to the cartoon bear in the search term of like My Emperor, Lifelong and Shameless. Lifelong shamelessness. Okay? Now, I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, the boy Cheeseburger is going to like be looking into that. Wow. Lifelong servitude. I mean, what's not to say there's a level of autocracy here that almost like screams stupid. It really is. For a short time, even the English letter N was censored. According to Victor Marr, a University of Pennsylvania professor, apparently to preempt social scientists from expressing dissent mathematically. N being greater than 2, with N being the number of Mr. Zai's terms in office, which is 2 terms. Okay. It depends upon what they define terms as. I mean, are they 2-year terms or are they 4-year terms? The workplace in Hollywood. Okay. Do we not see the communist threat? Do we still want to believe in the little red books and the little, insignias that we wear on our berets and so forth to say that we have, affiliation, or do we sympathize with the Communist Party because of what they're capable of? Or was it completely schlock that America basically just started giving everything away, and those who could actually buy it were the Chinese? Okay. So when it comes to eminent domain, ask yourself, people in Texas, what building do you actually own? Retirees who have endured the trauma of Mao's cultural revolution are warning of a return to dictatorship. University students are posting quotes from George Orwell address online. Business executives concerned about the Communist Party's growing grip on private enterprise are hasting to relocate overseas. Oh, damn. You might get some jobs over here. Li Datong, former journalist and critic of the... Can we say the new religion in getting people to vote for you is Trumpism? Ooh. Oh, we're so parasitic. We all know. There are more millionaires and billionaires in China alone. There's also cryptocurrency in which they're like basically ready to like destroy the Federal Reserve here. Why? Because we here are stuck on fossil fuels from fossil ass people who don't have the foggiest notion whatsoever on what progress really means. Stagnation, rape, murder, and strangulation, asphyxiation. The American ideology here is, you can't do anything original without, saying, the country as a whole, if you do something original here, it takes them so long to be in the house, goes unquestioned. Okay. As long as you're in my house, you can be so forth. Yet still, parents will not sit with their children to discuss with them what's happening in their lives. Now we have China basically at the same precipice of controlling everyone's life. For what? What? Just to get up on the world stage to say they're now the word power too? Okay? Power is a fleeting ideology that has the most terrible consequences when it comes to it ending. Every emotion is fleeting, people, as well as every ideology. The only reason why people die over ideology is simple. It's because there are people up top who refuse to give it up. So when abolish term limits may be one of the most important political decisions in decades, many citizens are not actually getting what they truly wanted from their political structures. And if that's going to be the case, I think 9 times out of 10, throw away all of your stereotypical racist ideologies and self-hatred upon yourself. Join together as one mass of human people in a class of people. Storm upon Washington. Give your president, your present, El Jefe, your commander in beef, the Bloatus of the POTUS, a swift kick in his ass. There's like a couple of million of us. I'm pretty sure we can actually do this. I'm pretty sure. If not, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, I guess everybody smokes a little bit too much more weed than normal. But for that matter, I couldn't blame it on the weed. I blame it on a lack of blame it on a lack of understanding the pathos of peace, love, and unity, having fun. Zulu Nation creed that has followed us for generations, most of us who are MCs, DJs, men on a mission to help our communities, that sort of thing. Okay, so if for some reason we are trying to, stem the tide of our own self-destruction in this country, by all means, my people, by all means, we have to do a lot better than what we're doing now. We have to have a little bit more tolerance. We have to have more clarity, and most importantly, we have to have more ice cream. Anyway, we're going to end this with a good news spot right here. Shawnee football players help our community affected by ice storm. 23 hours ago from out of the Oklahoma City. Okay. And this is primarily a short story here about people actually getting out and doing good. Okay, it's not hard. Okay, I can't ask Cheeseburger to do any good because he's too busy tweeting and supporting and making sure that Fox News gets all of his, all of his fake news out. Members of the Shawnee High School football team are giving back after last week's ice storms in Oklahoma. Players and coaches helped fill a trailer with tree limbs that were weighed down by ice left by the storms. The help is part of a community service project to rid these tree branches across Shawnee. And the project makes good on football team's promise to help those in the community who can't do it themselves. What's wrong with that? What's wrong, people? Do you actually need a school to basically show you? Do you actually need teachers in the community to show you the community how to act as neighbors? Is that? I mean, do we send our kids to school to learn about the community and social programs and how to affect the lives of those around us in a positive way, and yet still we are basically looking at them as fodder, collateral damage to getting political ideologies and demagogues and oligarchs and so forth in the same room. Really? So who plans all that? Who puts all this shit into play? That's the question that we should be answering. Anyway, let's see. The project makes the football team's promise to help them do themselves. It feels good to me because I'm helping out the elderly people and the people that served us and the people that can't do these things. Sarah Shaw says, California native Joy Pruitt said last week's frigid caught her off guard, and she thought maybe I should go and pick them up one at a time. Pruitt said, but this is so much nicer to get it all done and taken away. The gratitude can be even the toughest of it's gratitude that even the toughest of athletes can feel. I'm very happy we help this lady out. Jace Harnett said, I thought it'd be a great thing to do as a team and a great thing to do to help people out. The team has said it did tackle 6 of the 42 homes that are on the list. Players and coaches will work all week until the work has been completed. Okay, people. This is what is known as a community coming to action in need of repair. But what can we do as a community to advocate what is known as preventive maintenance when there is no care? Okay, how do we get our children focused into doing things that are going to be more beneficial to your communities? What's going to be the ongoing onslaught of things in the near future that are going to make a difference in our communities as a whole? Okay, people don't understand that. People don't hear that. People don't want to hear that. People want to sit up and party and bullshit until their brains fall the fuck out. Me, I ain't with it. I'm not down with the anti-nigga machine. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, I got to get up out of here, and I got to say good morning to everybody real quick. Let's see. Morning to Super Walt. Let's see, the man who remembers, and also to Let's see. Also to Melly and Carolyn, whoever you are. Ebony Jackson, Ebony Martinez, good morning. Because we had a little talk, we had a talk. Yes, my little girl and so forth. Bless her heart. Celeste, good morning. Brenda Eakins Perkins, good morning. Luke Cage, Powerman, good morning. Darren, Gregory Malloy, I got something for you. Good morning. Dulce Melody Arrosco, good morning. Jamie Manton across the pond, good morning. Lynn Company, good morning. Helen Jackson, sweetheart, what's going on? Hannah Mason, what's up? Smooches. Alrighty, and good morning to Olivia Walls, Kevin Walls, and good morning to our dear, ridiculous little stepbrother who's now sitting in jail for the next 2 months over being an overly entitled Negroid. Okay, and I can make fun of this. Because he's been a pain in the ass ever since day one. So I can make fun of this shit. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What matters most people is that we get out there and we try and make sure that our communities grow up in peaceful settings for children to grow up. And why don't we have open air schools like we used to have, say, like in Africa? Everybody sits outside and everybody can see, everybody can pay attention, everybody can take notice and learn from nature as well as their surroundings. When you learn from your surroundings as well as you learn from nature and whatnot, you are better equipped to deal with life as a whole. But if you're caught out there running butt naked in the summer, it's gonna be cold as hell. Anyway, I gotta get my butt up out of here. I have some very terrorist-minded things to do today, and that's gotta happen. That's gonna happen, regardless of what's going on in my life. Anyway, it's gonna be cool. We're gonna have the Funky Booty Show coming up. Afterwards, we're gonna have some documentaries that are gonna blow your mind away today, and of course, music. That's right, we got the world's best spitters here at KTG860am.org. All right, so let me get up out of here so we can continue our rap attack onslaught and so forth. You know the spitters, you call them out, baby. If you got some ideas or music or anything of that nature, make sure you send it to us at ktng860am@gmail.com or go to our website at ktng860am.org. Hit that like, subscribe button, whatever you got to do to make it happen. And more importantly, support community free speech radio, because this is where it's at. When I'm teaching the apprenticeship program, I'm going to make how-to videos, so that's where all of you learn exactly what I'm going to teach you guys, which is hold your own, be leaders, and work in a diverse field of people, just like Star Trek. That's right. Ooh, I tell you, Lieutenant Aurora, you had legs. Anyway, let me get up out of here. Okay, people. If anything, guys, get out there and do the best you can. Make sure you put a smile on somebody's soul, and don't drag your ass. Don't drag your ass, because you drag your ass and so forth. You don't be. What is that? What's that damn fool on Family Guy? Killjoy. Okay, somebody Mr. Killjoy, something like that. Anyway, you guys have yourselves a safe and blessed day. It is Thumping Thursday, 21 degrees. That is going to be warm out here in Colorado Springs, and we're looking at a good 46 to 50 degrees later on this afternoon, and polluting water smell coming from underneath the freeway. Anyway, also make sure you check your money when you go and dealing with checking the cash, because they are subject prone to giving away counterfeit bills. All right. If anything, let me get out of here. Love, peace, and chick grease. I'm out of here. But more importantly, people,